Welcome back. So, there's been a lot of chatter on the internet, and one of the things that I said in an old video is how different conservatives are to liberals in the way they react to situations like this. So, here we're going to be looking at how different it is, how the reaction to the George Floyd incident was to Charlie Kirk's murder. We're going to look at these two. And then we'll see how leftists react when a career criminal is is uh, is uh, is killed while being apprehended, or he dies during the process of arrest. Okay, let's start this. Hey there, welcome back. So we're looking at a conversation around how conservatives respond when someone in the conservative movement is killed, or someone who is respected is killed unjustly, and how someone that the left raises up as this messiah figure, is remembered by the left whenever something happens. So we have two cases in point. The last video that I published was okay. So Ilhan Omar, in her interview with Mehdi Hassan, compared Charlie Kirk to George Floyd, and they were so giddy with glee at the comparison between George Floyd and Charlie Kirk. And Ilhan Omar, if you remember her words, was so vitriolic in her expression of how Charlie Kirk should not be remembered like George Floyd was. So let's take a look at how George Floyd was remembered against how Charlie Kirk was remembered. I've always talked about the differences between conservatives and liberals, and this is one of the ways that you can tell the difference. When convicted drug addicts, George Floyd died during his arrest. The circumstances of that, are out there. You can go investigate it. But when he died during his arrest, the media treated him like a saint. When a godly man who quotes scripture and doesn't berate or belittle the people that he debates, talks to college kids, and then he's killed in front of his wife and children in the most gruesome way, the media mocks him and does their level best to tarnish his memory by misrepresenting quotes that he said, and making it seem like he was such a horrible person that anyone who even thinks of remembering him in a good light is attempting to rewrite history. That is what Mehdi Hassan said. That those of us who are calling, that are remembering Charlie Kirk's excellent work with young people are attempting to rewrite history. Now, this is an amazing site. All right, this is Liberty University. Someone important to the conservative movement was brutally murdered because the people on the other side did not want to hear his argument, because he was winning the argument. He was winning over the next generation of voters. And this is the reaction. This is what's going on at Liberty University. Amazing grace. All right. I'm going to mute the microphone. I don't want to. Now, students gather to pray for Charlie Kirk's family and loved ones. You don't see looting. You don't see leftists being attacked. You don't see them parading people who are leftists in their colleges and calling them fascists and trying to, attack them and hurt them. You don't see that. But when George Floyd died, every business that appeared to be supportive of the Republican Party was firebombed, looted. Even people who went out to defend their businesses were labeled as terrorists because they went to defend their property. This is what the conservative movement does. We don't attack leftists, even when they attack us. We don't do what they do. They accuse conservatives of doing what they are thinking of doing to you. So this is a picture of what conservatives do when they're in pain, when they've been treated unjustly. We are taught to pray for our enemies. We're taught to do good. Where we are taught to compose ourselves in a way that honors Jesus. That is what we do. Another video here. This is a side by side. This is a side by side, and I'm not going to open up the audio. I'm going to mute this. And this is a side by side. At the top, after Charlie Kirk's murder, we go to church to pray. We're introspective. We think. At the bottom, a career criminal who should be called despicable and all the names that people who do he pointed a gun at the belly of a pregnant woman. Mehdi Hassan, scoffed at the fact that Charlie Kirk called him, a name that was descriptive of someone like him who does what he does. These are the George Floyd peaceful protests. Cities lit on fire. BLM and Antifa taking the streets. Now, I'm putting this up because we as people of faith, we as people who vote conservative, are being told by the news media that we should tone down the rhetoric. There's no rhetoric to tone down. We're simply stating the facts. We're calling out what they've been doing for decades. And now they found out that they don't have recourse because that thing that they have been accusing conservatives of wanting to do to them, it turns out that they've been doing it for a long time. And finally, it's ended up with a very public, gruesome murder. My thoughts on this are that we should keep doing what we're doing. We should stand our ground on our values. We should debate peacefully with anyone who wants to debate peacefully like Charlie did. We should learn from Charlie. We should watch his videos and learn how he would debate, how he would answer questions calmly and righteously, and offer the other side an opportunity to make their case, if they can. And you know what? When they can't make their case, they'll call you a bigot, a racist, a turncoat, a race traitor. They'll call you all those things. But do you know what? When they start calling you those things, when they say to you, "I'm so disappointed in you," it's the signal that you just won the argument. Let me know what you think of this video and of my thoughts on the differences between how conservatives react to tragedy and how liberals react to tragedy when they mourn career criminals and when we mourn true icons who have been wrongfully taken from us. Let me know in the comments section. And if you've listened this far, I'm going to do a call to action. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. If you are on the monetized side watching this, please consider joining the membership. It will support our work a whole lot and help us to expand the conversation and actually have real-time conversations with you. If you're watching on the channel that isn't monetized, if you look at the subscriber count, it's less than 1,000. You know it's not monetized. Let me know if you want to be a part of the membership, and I'll send you a link in the comment section. And until next time, God bless you.